Maureen. Appreciate it. All right,
Nice,
everybody.
nice t-shirt.
Nice
Yeah.
t-shirt. You like the flash? We're gonna be speedy today.
Ah,
Well, we'll at least do our best.
that's all we can do. Yep.
That's right. So let's make sure, team, that we have a clear space to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over. I've got a stretchy band and a weight. I've just kind of tucked it under my chair here. But both those things will be helpful for exercise today. Make sure you've got a sturdy chair, nothing with wheels. And then it's helpful to have shoes or bare feet so that you don't slip or trip. And we are going to start with our breathing pattern. Today, let's actually do some box breathing to warm up. And that is our 4-second inhale. And then with inhaled lungs, we're going to hold that position for 4 seconds. And then it's exhale for 4 seconds. Remember those pursed lips. And then that empty state of your lungs, we will hold for 4 seconds. Okay, so hence we're going to make that box. Ready? And just do the best that you can. If the timing doesn't quite work out for you, just do what works best. Okay, so we are breathing in 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. And just relax. Breathe normally. Well done, everybody. So remember, that is a really good one to practice on your own. We are improving our breathing capacity, our lung capacity at all 4 stages as we do that. So again, really, really helpful to do on your own, especially when these classes are paused for the summer. Okay, it's a really good one. Now let's just get into our steady breathe in, breathe out pattern. You can do 3 to 4 seconds on the inhale and exhale if you'd like, but really just focused on filling up the belly and breathing out through pursed lips as we start some movement. I'm going to start with my hands by my side and I'm going to start making some circles. So we're going to start making some arm circles as we are focused on our breathing pattern. We are breathing in and exhaling steadily through pursed lips. Good, excellent. So as we maintain that breathing pattern and we are circling the hands, can we start to circle as we lift the arms up to wherever your capacity is, and then lower them back down? Okay, let's do that twice more, where we're circling the arms and slowly lift up, and then lower them back down. And last one, we're circling and lift the arms up and back down. Okay, and now we're just changing the direction of those circles. Brilliant. Okay, and then we're slowly lifting the arms up if you can as we maintain those circles, and then back down. Remember to listen to your body. And we're lifting the arms up as we circle. And back down. And then just one more time when you're ready, we lift the arms up as we circle the arms. And back down. Brilliant. Okay, now let's draw some figure eights. Keeping our hands by our side. Let's draw some figure eights. We're going to keep our hands down. Brilliant. And as we make some figure eights, I'm going to get you to tap one toe out in front of you, bring it back, and then switch feet. So can we maintain these figure eights as we tap one foot forward at a time? Remember, you are in charge of your pace. That means how quickly or slowly you go. You are in charge of the range of motion. So how far out you stretch your foot. You are in control of the overall intensity of today's class. Just make sure you maintain your breathing pattern. All right, we're going to switch up the arms here. Instead of these figure eights down by our side, I'm now going to ask you to push your arms out to the side, bring them back in, and then push straight out in front of you, pull them back in. So we're going to repeat that. Push out wide, in, push straight out, back in, push out wide, back, out, back, wide, back, out, back. And as we do that, we are stepping forward one foot at a time. Good. Remember to make sure we're kind of trying to tighten the core so we're not rocking in these movements. Try to keep your torso still, letting just your limbs do the work. Remember to keep breathing out through pursed lips.
I need somebody to do my legs while I do my arms.
That's why you have a left and right side of your brain. And I know that's not how it works.
Yeah, no.
There we go. So keep up that breathing pattern. Do the best that you can with all of our movement. And we're going to change up what both our arms and legs are doing in 3, 2, 1, and time to change. Now, our leg is going to go out, back in, switch, out, back in, switch, out, back in, switch. And as we do this, our arms are going to come across our body, like you're giving yourself a little hug, and then out wide. So it's across, out wide, across, out wide, across, out wide, across, out wide. There we go. Good job, team. So across, out wide, across, out wide. Remember to think about your core so that our torso isn't rocking, it's staying quite still as our arms and legs move. There we go, team. Excellent job.
Hard to tighten those glutes when all this is going on.
I know, so many things to focus on. And again, that's why we practice tightening the glutes all the other time. So it starts to become a habit. So then you don't have to focus on tightening them as much. It's true you'd have to focus no matter what to maximally contract them. But if you practice contracting them on other times and it becomes a habit, then they'll at least be tight enough to help support your body here. Help support the movement so you're not moving around as much. And rest there. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Nice work, everybody. Okay, we're going to focus on just your right leg. Okay. And if it looks like I pointed to my left leg in your view, it's just the camera flips it. So hopefully it looks like I'm pointing to my right leg, but we're going to bike. So we're going to pretend to ride a bike with one leg. Now, one thing here, anytime we lift up through the hip, if you've got a sore lower back today, make sure you're just seated with your back against the chair. That can take some pressure off a grumpy back. If your back is not grumpy, let's challenge your core and stay off the back seat, okay? But we're going to pedal just our right foot. Pedal, pedal. There we go. Think about that core. That core is going to help support our backs too as we're in this position. Oh, that gets sore already. Well, it's really getting just tired. 3, 2, 1, switch leg. So now it's our pedaling. There we go. Pedal that left leg, everybody.
One is easier than the other.
Is it? Yeah, that's quite normal.
Find it easier to make my left one go backwards.
Don't give her ideas.
There we go, team. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Shake out those legs. Boy, so those thighs might feel a little bit tired and sore. That's okay. That's part of this process, right? So now with the arms, we are going to swim. So I want you to think about getting your upper body rotating as we reach forward like we are swimming through water, okay? Good. So get those arms front crawling. I think it's called a front crawl. You can tell I was never really in any sort of swimming lessons.
You're from Kelowna?
Yep, I spent all my time in the mountains, not the lake. I think as a young child I was in swimming lessons, but I don't remember the different. Couldn't really tell you the difference between the breaststroke, front crawl, and
This is the breast.
this is.
This is.
And is it different than a front crawl?
Yep.
Oh, okay. See, you learn something new all the time. It's awesome. Okay, so we're swimming, and I'm going to ask you, if you can, to speed it up just a little bit. So see if we can speed it up for 10 seconds here. Ready? Speed it up. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Woo. You can roll your shoulders back a couple times. Good work, everybody. All right. Now what's going to happen is we're going to do a couple cardio intervals. They're going to be a little bit longer today. So we're going to aim for 2 minutes on our cardio intervals, meaning it's a long enough time that we're not pushing really hard. We're not getting as breathless as we might in our shorter cardio intervals, but we are looking to get our heart rates up. We are looking to be breathing harder, just not quite as hard as when our intervals are shorter, okay? So let's start with just a march. Because this group loves marching, and you love sit to stands, and you just love exercising. So we're starting with our march.
That's why we're here.
That is why you're here. And we've got 2 minutes of this marching. Goal is, can you maintain it? Can you keep moving for 2 whole minutes? And everyone should find this challenging. So that's the beauty of being in charge of your own intensity, is everybody can make this more challenging or less challenging. You can find that challenging but doable balance for yourself. Remember, the 3 key factors that influence or impact intensity are speed, your range of motion, and number of limbs moving. So an example of that would be if you needed to decrease the intensity, you could get just your arms moving, and then you could switch with the legs, okay? And the more limbs moving at a time, the more intense it is. We've got 1 minute left, so you are halfway through. Easy peasy, but not really. But it's going by hopefully fairly quickly for you. We're going to think about our breathing pattern. We're going to keep breathing out through pursed lips as we go. Good job, team. Got 30 seconds left. Do what you can here. Woo! Almost there. And 10 seconds to go. Do your best to keep up some movement. You should be huffing and puffing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so some of you are going to just need your recovery position. That can be hands or forearms braced on your thighs or a chair or table in front of you. Okay, good. Remember, as we breathe harder, it still breathe out through pursed lips. And you'll gradually gain control of your breath sooner than you would by just panting uncontrollably, okay? Good. Excellent. I see lots of pursed lips. That's brilliant. Now, our next 2 minutes, and we're only doing 3 rounds, okay? So rest assured, it's not too crazy long. Our next 2 minutes of exercise is we're stepping out, out, in, out, out, in, and we're going to start together in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Out, out, in. And you know what? Just for fun, let's also push our arms out. We love the coordination here. So your feet step out, out, in, like you're stepping out of a box and then back into the box. And your hands are pushing forward in front of you.
This is hard to get coordinated.
Yeah. You're right, it is. Keep going, team. You're doing excellent.
Works once you get it going.
That's right. And then just don't stop. There's your motivation to keep going. You'll lose the pattern.
Yeah.
That's 1 minute. You're halfway. Do what you can here, team. Woo! Keep up your breathing patterns. That's the really important thing here. Do what you can. It is good for you to be a little bit puffed. You should be a little bit short of breath, but it should still feel like you can take a full breath. Should feel like you're not gasping or lightheaded or shaky. But being puffed is normal for what we're doing here. 10 seconds.
Well, I thought maybe your clock stopped.
No, keeping an eye on it. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
Whew.
Remember, some of you like to maintain a little bit of movement. That's awesome. Okay. Some of you need to be just in your recovery position, just focused on recovering your breath. Did everyone get themselves huffing and puffing a bit there?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Good, good, good. Because remember, with exercise, it is normal and good for our heart rate to increase, the speed of our breathing to increase, our blood pressure to increase. That's how our body adapts to the change in intensity. Okay. It's when you are breathing, you're feeling short of breath when not doing much, right? That's the indicator of, ooh, we need to change some things. But when you're exercising vigorously, very normal and very good for yourself to be huffing and puffing, as long as it doesn't feel out of control. Now, our final 2 minutes, team, we're going to kick and touch the leg. Again, think about trying to keep your torso up tall, not rocking forward and back. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Kick and touch. Excellent. Kick and touch. Kick and touch. Keep up your breathing pattern. Well done, everybody. Keep breathing out through pursed lips. Doing fantastic. We are halfway there, so you got 1 minute left. Get yourself breathing a little harder. Really focus on your breathing pattern. Great job, Dream Team. We're the Breathe Team. 3. Oh, nope, sorry. 30 seconds left. Not 3 seconds, 30 seconds. Ooh, that was mean.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I am positive. You're doing fantastic, though. Keep doing the best that you can. You got 10 seconds. You can do it. Almost there, team. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
Ooh.
Excellent. Again, that breathing or the recovery position, sorry, to help you with your breathing. We're focused on breathing out through pursed lips. You might be thinking to yourself, why did I tune in today? And then you can remind yourself it's because you're just awesome. Okay.
What are you gonna do to us next week?
Well, the funny thing is I don't like to give you any pre-warning because sometimes that influences numbers. Just know it'll be super fun. It'll be the last week next week.
I know.
For the summer. Super worth coming on to. And we'll kind of refresh our memories from those of you that were doing these classes last year, and it might be new information for those who weren't, just on developing your activity plan, right? Because for the summer, you won't have this class to attend twice a week. So you want to come up with a plan on what you are going to do instead.
Go to the beach.
YouTube.
Beach.
Awesome. And some of you already have ideas, and that's great. Really, really great.
Jill, are these
Yeah.
classes, are they in an archive somewhere that we could access them?
Yeah, they are. It's just on the BC Lung YouTube channel. But all you need to do is go on Google
Okay,
and just Google BC Lung exercise with Jill.
Okay,
And
thank
you'll
you.
see it, and it's a whole archive of these exercise classes recorded over the last 2-3 years.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So team, it is time to move on to some strength exercises. So I'm very, very looking forward to. Even if you aren't, I'm not even offended. So grab
Sounds-
your weight. What's
Sounds
that?
like a sit to stand to me.
Don't mention that to her.
Well, you know, I do have a bit of a challenge for you today.
Okay,
Yeah. Oh. So here's the challenge. You're gonna have a leg in front of you and a leg underneath you. So normally we do a sit to stand. We've got both feet underneath us, right? So today we're gonna get a foot out in front of us.
oh,
And it's going to be more challenging to have the toes up, so it's just the heel. And it's going to be more challenging the further away this foot is from you. So, keeping in mind, this will negatively impact your balance. It is harder to balance like this. So keep that in mind, because safety first, guys. I want you to find your challenging but doable range. This is where the weight comes in. The weight is going to help, where we're going to push off through that foot. And again, I've got one foot in front of me to stand. Now, you have two options. You can go to sit down the same way or reset your feet so you're more balanced to then sit down nice and slow with control. And then again, you put that foot back out in front of you and push up. Now, you have to find that challenging but doable range. If you had your foot out and you're going, I can't get up there, what? Pull it in.
Yeah.
Pull it in. Even the slightest staggering of your feet will make this more challenging. So find that doable but challenging range for yourself. And again, it's really tough to balance back down like this. Safety first. You're more than welcome to reset your feet. So you can reset the feet to then sit back down with control. Again, you can put that foot out. The goal is 5 to 10 per leg. Maybe we'll find a happy medium there. So I think that was 5 amongst all the explanations and cues. So now we're going to switch legs. So now your other leg goes forward.
this will be interesting.
And it's normal, or it's very common for one leg to feel stronger than the other.
Yeah.
So you can push off through that foot, and then you're welcome to reset your feet to sit back down nice and balanced. Good job, team.
How many do you want us to do?
5 to 10. I'm doing about 5 to 6 with you, and then telling you to either switch legs or stop. So that was 5. And if you wanted to do a couple extra to get more of a challenge, you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, you can have a little rest, maybe grab a sip of water. Get your weight.
Found it helps if you press the weight from each end. I don't know why, but it sort of helps you stand up easier.
Oh, yeah, like you're trying to squish the weight between your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually what that does is it helps you engage your core. And remember, we've talked about if we engage our core, it allows our limbs to move with a little more oomph, a little more power.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you can think about, so squeezing the weight is really good. Trying to squish your belly button by tensing your tummy.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you pretend like someone's about to slap you in the belly, so you tense up. All those things can help give you a little more power and strength to stand up. So that's really good that you noticed that. Exercise number 2. We are going to have our feet out wide. So have your feet wide apart. We're going to have the weight on one shoulder. You are going to press the weight up, and then your opposite knee is going to lift up. And keep in mind, we're in this wide stance, much different than having our feet close together and lifting a leg. Our feet are wide apart to lift. Then you put the leg down, lower the weight down. I know. Push the weight up. Remember, it's helpful to push down through one foot to lift the other up. And then you lower the foot, lower the weight. Nice. Push the weight up. See if you can lift up that leg. If you can't, think about just lifting up the heel. And then down and lower. Good. What's that?
3.
3. Yep. Smart to keep count. I like
Sure,
that.
that was 5.
I have no idea.
Ah.
I trust those better at counting than me to keep track.
5.
Otherwise, we do anywhere from 8 to 19.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
So lift that leg, and do you guys find it more challenging to lift your leg out to the side like this? The different range of motion. Great work, everybody. Press the weight up, lift the leg, down and down. What number are we at now?
10.
Dan.
10. There we go. We get to switch sides.
Yay.
Woo!
Woo woo.
All right, now we're on the other side. We're going to push the weight up first. Then we're going to lift our leg. And then down and then down. Press the weight up, lift the leg. Down and down. Press the weight up, lift the leg. Down, down. Press the weight up, lift the leg. Down and down. Tense up the core as you press up. Remember, it's helpful to breathe out as you lift the weight up. And then down and down. Good work, everybody. Couple more here. Till our counters tell us it's time to stop. Good. Press that weight up.
9.
Best you can. 9. Excellent. Got one last one here. And slowly down. Rest. Whew. That was fun.
Lovely.
Super fun. All right. Here's what we're going to do now.
Repeat.
What's that?
Repeat.
Repeat? Well, we've only
No.
done 2 exercises.
Okay.
So we're not allowed to repeat yet.
Okay.
Okay. So now you can either do this seated or standing. I will show both versions. Starting with seated, if you're staying seated, we've got our feet in this wide stance again. This time we're holding the weight just down in front of us. And we're going to hinge forwards. And remember, that's where we bend through the hips. Notice my chest stays up so that I'm not rounding through the back. I keep the chest up, and you'll feel tightness at the front of your hips. That will kind of tell you where to stop. Then from here, we're going to pull the weight up, lower it down, and then push through our feet to come back up. Good. Now, if you're standing, the same movement, but you think about pushing your bum out behind you and keeping your chest up, and that will help you keep that straight back. Then you lift the weight up, lower it down. Notice I keep the weight close to me. Don't have it out here. That's going to put more pressure through your lower back. And then you stand up by pushing through the feet. Right? So again, if you're doing it standing, stick your bum out, chest up, lift, lower, and then think about pushing through the feet to come back up. All right, let's give it a go. Let's do, let's pick a fun number. Let's do 7 per hand. So 7 lifts per hand total. Okay, so again, we go forwards, we pause, we lift the weight up. That's 1, and then down, and then we stand back up. I should say that is 1. That cycle is 1. Ready? Forwards, pause, lift the weight, lower the weight, push through your feet to come back up. That's 2. Forwards, lift the weight, lower the weight, push through your feet. 3. Forwards, lift the weight, lower the weight, push through your feet. 4. Forwards, lift the weight, lower the weight, push. 5. 2 more. Forwards, lift the weight, lower the weight, up. 6. Last one. Forwards, lift the weight, lower the weight, up. Switch sides. And forwards. Lift, lower, push through your feet, and hinge, lift the weight, lower the weight, push through your feet. Good. Hinge, lift, lower, push through the feet. How many are we doing total on this side?
7.
There you go. Good work, team. And we've got 3 more. Forwards, up, down, push through the feet. Go forwards, and again, it's helpful to tense up the core. Up, down, and push through the feet. And one last time, we're forwards, up, down, and push through the feet. Brilliant. Excellent work, team. Now we're going to just put the weight to the side, grab your stretchy band. Good. Now we are going to focus a little bit more on our upper body. We will end up doing one more lower body exercise. So we're actually not going to repeat any exercises today, just to keep it
Hooray.
interesting. I know. Hooray! You might not say that for long though. So we're going to put the band around our backs into our chest press position, right? This is where we push the band forwards and back. Except what's going to happen is we're going to do as many as we can in 30 seconds.
Mm.
But then we're going to have a 30-second rest. Sound good?
Yep.
And you're like, I don't know about this. So again, you just push your hands out in front of you, keep your chest up tall, and then bring it back. We're doing as many as we can with control. Now remember, pushing and letting your hands snap back is not in control. Be in control of the movement for 30 seconds. We are starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So push forwards and back, get as many as you can in 30 seconds. We're going to keep up our breathing pattern. We're going to find a steady pace that we can maintain. That's it. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Almost there, team. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew. That was fun.
31.
31. There you go. So again, we've still got some rest time, but our next movement is going to push the band up overhead. Now it might tug on your armpit just a little bit. So what you can do is sit on the band instead if you've got a long enough band. But just do the best that you can. 3, 2, 1. You're pressing one band up at a time. There we go. So keep up your breathing. Think about tightening up your core. If overhead movements are aggravating, you're welcome to go straight out in front of you instead, right? Listen to your body. We're in control of the movement here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Well done. We're going to take the band out from behind us. We're going to put it underneath our feet. Remember, it's helpful to wrap the band around your hands. Then you don't have to grip it as tightly. And we're going to pull. 3, 2, 1, go. We are pulling. So with control, think about, we don't want to be shrugging. Think about pulling your elbows behind your body. So you should feel your shoulder blades come together. So think about pulling your elbows behind you rather than pulling the band up. It can be helpful to bend forward slightly as we do this. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woohoo! Good work. Still got some rest time. And what we're going to do now is bicep curl one hand at a time. You can use weights for this rather than the band if you would prefer. I like the band for when we're kind of pushing a bit of speed because it maintains resistance throughout the whole movement. Like it increases as you do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So bicep curls one at a time. We're trying to do as many as we can with control. Keep up your breathing pattern, everybody. Three, 2, 1, rest. You can undo the band. We're going to put the band across over your shoulder. And remember, our one hand reaches across to hold it in place. Our other hand is going to pull the band straight down. This is our tricep press. And we're going to do that in 3, 2, 1, go. So 30 seconds. How many can you do? Keep up your breathing pattern, everybody. There we go. Almost there. The tough one. 3, 2, 1, rest. We're switching sides. You've got 30 seconds to regain your breath. Feel free to go into your recovery position at any time. Okay. I promise this is the last arm exercise. All right. Got 10 seconds or less than. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. We're pulling that band. Let's go. Keep up your breathing, team. 3, 2, 1, rest. Put the band to the side. 30 seconds to catch your breath. And then we've got just one last exercise for this super fun Thursday. And I'm stalling a little bit because our final exercise, I would like to challenge you all to do 1 minute of sit to stand.
Oh,
Okay. So actually, I'll give us a little bit longer of a rest time.
with or without the
Remember,
weight.
your choice. Remember, adding the weight can help you get out of that bottom position, but it is going to increase the overall intensity of the movement. And the goal is to stay in control of the movement, and especially on the way down, guys, don't get caught plopping, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. You can have your hands wherever is most comfortable for you. You can have them outstretched, ready to grab something. They can be holding on to something. You can cross them for an extra balance challenge, so you're not pushing off your legs. Remember, this is your exercise class. Maybe you come up just a little bit and back down. Maybe you're staying seated and just pushing your feet into the ground and then relaxing. That's okay. Do what you can here. We're halfway. Stay in control of the movement. And we're just trying to keep going for a full minute here. Do what you can. Challenging but doable. Keep up your breathing pattern. Don't get caught holding your breath, team. You're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Have a
Ooh-wee.
rest.
Oh,
Wow, team. That's awesome. Give yourself a big cheer. Woo! That's great. We're going to catch our breath here before we stretch. So feel free to get into that recovery position. Good. We start to slow down our breathing. Good. Well done, everybody. That was fantastic.
and it was tough.
I believe it.
It was.
I believe it for sure. That is a tough one. But
we
look
did
at
it.
you go. You did it. You did a full minute of sit to stands. That was fantastic. Great work, everybody. So actually, while we're still slowly catching our breath, we're going to start with our leg outstretched in front of us. And you're going to reach forward, but you're going to keep your chest up. So I don't want anyone to collapse through the chest. That's going to make it harder to breathe. Just stay upright and lean forward. You should actually feel it a little bit higher up on the back of your leg. Okay, so I'm staying up tall as I reach forwards. Good. Remember, stretch time is the perfect time to ask questions. So please have at it. And I'll just tell us when we switch.
How's your soccer team doing?
Pretty good. Switch. We've got our first play down game this weekend.
Ooh, home or do you
So
have to travel?
it is in Langley. Travel.
okay.
Of course.
Yep, but that's okay. So should be pretty good. Majority of the team seems quite fired up, ready to finish off the season on a high note, which would be great.
Mhm.
Thanks. You going on holidays this summer?
Probably near the end of August, we'll try to go to the island for a bit.
Good.
Visit some family down there and definitely get out camping a couple times.
And you take your dog?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She must be full grown.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's almost 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
He's doing great. Still has some good puppy energy, but still our wild child. But definitely a dog. He's doing great. You can come up, you can pull your foot up onto your shin or higher up onto your thigh.
Yeah.
When do the classes start up again?
I don't think the specific dates have been finalized, but usually sometime in September.
September, okay.
Does that sound right to you guys?
Yeah.
As of
Yeah.
last year?
Yeah.
I think it was the 3rd week of September.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah, so there's definitely options for everybody. There's the recorded classes online that are free to access anytime. There's we can set up an activity plan where you're planning on a couple exercises. We can set some goals for either some walking or going upstairs, things like that. I have some private classes that I run on Zoom. They're not funded by BC Lung, so people do pay, but just like past years, I do offer a 50% discount on the monthly membership for all the BC Lung folks. Switch legs. So that's another option for those. Some people just find that they really struggle to do it on their own and they like to maintain classes. So that would be for 2 classes a week, it would be $20 a month.
That's,
You majored in kinesiology, did you?
I sure did.
There you go. My granddaughter just finished her 4th, just about her 4th year. in
There we
Victoria.
go. Good for her.
Yeah, she likes it. She's an exercise nut.
Nice. There you go. Yep. Yep. It can be really, really great. Some people really struggle in the field, depending if they're kind of limited on who they want to work with. Sometimes you get some new grads who are super keen to work with athletes, and then they kind of realize that there's not a lot of elite athletes out there. So if you want to work just with elite athletes, it's a bit more challenging to get into. Can rest there. Let's lift up the elbow, stretch out that arm.
Mhm.
But a really awesome profession and field with a lot of variety to it. That's the interesting part. And switch arms. Did everyone have fun today?
Absolutely.
It was good.
thank you.
Perfect. Absolutely. Super fun. Great work, everybody. And rest that arm there. We're gonna just put one leg back into a little bit of a stretch here, or you can turn sideways in your chair. And then from this position, I just invite you to take a deep breath in with me, however you would like to do that. We're going to breathe in, slowly out. And then we're going to switch which leg is back. And we're going to do it again. Ready? Deep breath in. Slowly out. Good. All right, we can roll the shoulders back, shake out the hands, give yourself a pat on the back. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to seeing you next Tuesday.
Yay.
We'll be here.
You too. Have a good one.
Well,